Hello my dear students, I hope you all are taking care of yourself properly during this lockdown period by staying safely at home. Today we are going to see Social Science class 5th lesson number 2, Parallels and Meridians. We have seen in the first lesson that the earth is spherical in shape. So for locating any place on the earth, we need the help of some imaginary lines as references. These lines are called as parallels and meridians. An imaginary line passing through the center of the earth and the earth rotates around it is called as axis. The two end points on the axis are called as poles. The poles are used as two fixed points. The point on the top is the north pole and the one at the bottom is the south pole. Let's see about the parallels. A set of circles is drawn on the surface of the globe running from east to west. They are called as parallels or lines of latitude. The earth is divided into two equal parts by drawing an imaginary line midway between the north pole and the south pole. This line is called the equator. The equator is the longest parallel. The part of the earth which lies to the north of the equator is called northern hemisphere, and the half lying towards the south of the equator is called as southern hemisphere. Now we will see features of parallels. All the parallels are complete circles except for the north pole and the south pole because these are points. The length of the parallels decreases as we move away from the equator and towards the poles. This is due to the spherical shape of the earth. All parallels are located at an equal distance from each other. Parallels neither touch nor cross each other. Now we are going to see how these parallels are numbered. We start from the equator and mark it as 0 degree latitude. We mark the other parallels from 0 degree to 90 degree. Apart from their values, the parallels are also marked as N north or S south according to their location. The north pole is written as 90 degree north and the south pole is written as 90 degree south. Parallels are drawn at interval of 1 degree. There are 90 parallels in the northern hemisphere and 90 in the southern hemisphere. So, in total, there are 181 parallels including the equator. Now we are going to see some important parallels. Other than equator, the north pole, the south pole, some other important parallels are the Tropic of Cancer lying at 23.5 degree north, the Tropic of Capricorn lying at 23.5 degree south, the Arctic Circle lying at 66.5 degree north, and the Antarctic Circle lying at 66.5 degrees south. Now we are going to see about meridians. Imaginary lines running from north to south are called meridians or lines of longitude. These lines are drawn from pole to pole. Let's see some important features of the meridians. All meridians are of the same length. The maximum distance between any two meridians is at the equator. The distance between any two meridians decreases as we move away from the equator towards the poles. Meridians cut the parallels at right angle, that is 90 degree. Meridians are used to measure distance in the east and west directions. Now we will see how are meridians numbered. We have seen how are parallels numbered. We have taken equator as a reference for numbering the parallels. In the same way, for numbering the meridians, we require a reference line. Okay, so here in 1884, it was decided to fix Greenwich, a place near London, as the starting point for numbering the meridians. The meridian that passed through Greenwich was marked as 0 degree longitude and named prime meridian. The longitude of a place is measured towards east or west of the prime meridian. Like parallels, meridians are also drawn at intervals of 1 degree. If we move away from the prime meridian towards the east or the west, we reach halfway round the earth at 180 degree. Thus, there are 180 meridians toward the east of the prime meridian and 180 meridians towards the west of the prime meridian. The meridian of 180 degree east and 180 degree west is the same line. So, in total, there are 360 meridians. Now we will see how to locate a place on a globe with the help of parallels and meridians. The parallels and meridians form a network of lines on the globe. This is called a grid. We use it to locate a place on the globe. To locate a place, we must know the values of its parallel or latitude and meridian or longitude. At which place the parallel and meridian cross each other is the location of that particular place. This is the end of the lesson. Thank you so much.